my name is Eve. What's your name?
I'm Giulio.
Hi Giulio, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Roberto.
Hello Roberto, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Now I'd like to know something about you. So Roberto, have you done anything interesting with your friends recently?
Yes, actually, yesterday I played a game of Risico, a board game, and it lasted a lot, like 3 hours the first one, and the second one lasted about an hour and a half. And it was quite long and also funny.
Great. Giulio, is there a sport or hobby you enjoy doing?
I enjoy playing water polo, and I practice this sport since I was 9 years old, and I'm really interested in all of the things that regard water polo, like watching games and practices.
Great. Roberto, is there a country you would like to visit in the future?
Yes, I would like to visit Japan because I think its culture is quite interesting and also strange because it's so different from the Occidental one, the Italian one. For example, the contact rule, they don't touch each other, they greet themselves from a distance. It's a very different culture that I would like to understand.
Thank you. And Giulio, tell me about a really good friend of yours.
I think that my best friend is Gabriele maybe, and I first met him 2 years ago at the beach, and I convinced him to play water polo with my team.
Thank you. Now, in this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute and also to answer a question about your partner's photograph. It's your turn first, Roberto.
Okay.
Here are your photographs. They show people spending time in a forest. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think the people are enjoying about spending time in the forest.
The fact that they're spending time in nature makes automatically, I think, happier because we are programmed to do that as animals in general. I think that the ones that are having more fun in the first picture are the children because they can play with snow and things like that. And the parents, the one I think that are the parents appear to be happy also for their children behavior. I think that in general the second picture they look happy because they have a horse and they can run free in general. I think it appears that the picture shows that the grass is a bit wet, so I think they aren't gonna be so clean after that walk. In general, I think that the ones that are having more fun are the ones in the first picture. The ones that are more relaxed are the ones in the second picture because and they're not having a gallop time. They're walking slowly so they can talk to each other.
Thank you. Giulio, do you like visiting forests?
Yes, I really like visiting forests. And about forest, the first thing that come to my mind is when I was 2 years ago. I first visit a forest and I first see the snow with my cousins, and it's like my most beautiful thought when I think about forests.
Now, here are your photographs. They show people who need help. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say why you think the people need help in these situations.
In the first picture, I can see an old person, an old woman in the kitchen getting helped by a young woman. I think that maybe the old woman could be the grandmother or relatives of the young woman, and maybe she needs help because she can't see something in the kitchen. She can get hurt. And in the second picture, I can see a young woman helping some kids to paint something. I can't really see, but I think that the kids needs help because maybe there is the first time they're painting something, and the young woman could be the teacher, helping them for the first time to paint.
Thank you. And Roberto, did you enjoy painting at school?
Yes, actually, in middle school I had some classes about that, and it was a quite good experience because you were basically exploring the colors. You could create a color that no one has ever seen and things like that. It was a quite good experience and also quite relaxing because you could just listen to music because the teacher put a little bit of jazz music on and rely on that feeling and paint whatever you wanted.
Great. Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. Some people think it's good to share ideas with other people online, for example on forums, blogs, and social media sites. Here are some things they think about and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Now, talk to each other about whether it's good or bad to share ideas with other people online.
I think that basically if you're online you can share with the network everything you want. It's like being in a big square and talk to whoever you want. That could be nice if those ideas could be are interesting or in general are big ideas that are related to our work, not like stupid ideas like that celebrities is wrong for wearing that. I don't think that's a quite good thing.
I agree with you, and I think that sharing idea on the internet it's a good thing, for some reason, and a bad thing for other reason. Like getting in touch with your friends that maybe are far away from you, and but the thing that I hate most of the internet and the fact that share your idea on internet is getting negative comments from people that aren't really interested in what you're posting, what you're sharing, and what your idea is.
Haters are terrible in general. I think that internet is like a sharp knife. You can use that to cook magnificent meals, or you can just cut yourself up. I think that's something you can use to share your ideas, good ideas. For example, a person that needs help can use the internet to call help, but also like bad ideas that still are on the internet. Well, that's not a good thing.
On the internet you can also share something that isn't true, and sometimes maybe the newspaper that take the idea and publish it.
Yes, like the vaccine thing that happened during COVID-19.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide which is the best reason for sharing ideas with other people online.
Well, I think that online chatting and in general sharing your opinion, well, that's fantastic because you're basically talking and maybe confront your ideas. Maybe you can understand that you're wrong and that people is right, or vice versa. It's fantastic. Like that type of confronting. In general, it feels like talking to a friend, or in general talking to another person that maybe comprehends and respects your opinion but doesn't share it.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think also a good reason to share the idea is like getting in touch with, like I said before, with people that live far away from you, so you have an opinion from people you know.
Yes, basically you're close to everyone. In fact, I had a friend that was from Belarus, and we stayed in touch for a little bit on WhatsApp, and that was a quite good experience. I met him the first time in a village.
Thank you. Now, do you spend a lot of time talking to friends online, Giulio?
No, I don't spend a lot of time chatting with my friends because I always prefer to meet them face to face, doing something like sports, or maybe just walk with them around the neighbor.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it's true that meeting friends face to face is always better than chatting online?
I do think that in general I had like a little fear recently is more like when someone with a third person, for example, reads the messages that you send, for example, to a friend that doesn't understand maybe how you said it, how you wrote it, like the meaning it had in your mind. So basically, the fact that you can. I think it's better to send if you need to talk online like audio messages. That way you are sure that that person understands the message, the real message you are sending to that person.
Okay. Some people say we don't really need books anymore because we can find all the information we need online. Do you agree?
I agree, but not totally, because I'm 100% sure that all the thing that a person is looking for is on the internet. But I think that reading a book, or in general the books, are a part of the education of a child, of a man.
Mhm. Thank you. And Roberto, do you think people will spend more or less time online in the future?
I think that people spend more time online. Well, there are some fantascientific movies that say different things. For example, I recently watched the Blade Runner 2049, and in that film, for example, people talked like with holograms and things like that, but didn't have the things like phone. That are the things that more like destroys our capacity to focus and in general focus on the real life.
Thank you. Thank you, boys. That's the end of your exam.
Thank you.
Thank you.